Panama Canal expansion actually started a long time ago. A lot of planning had taken place. Started in 1998, looking at the possibility of expansion. And after a series of study through 2006, we went to a national referendum, which then confirmed that we should expand the canal. This is the major expansion since its construction. It's almost the same size of movement of dirt and excavations and dredging that have taken place. We have also built two new locks. They are basically completed, and we will be going through, actually today, we will have that first transit for navigation tests. So the locks have been completed. The inauguration date is on the 26th of this month. And it entails full expansion, entails the new channels that have been built, existing channels that have been made more deep by dredging and also made wider for safety reasons. So we have a deeper, wider, and now new locks that can accommodate post-Panamax vessels, so we call them now Neo-Panamax, because there's still going to be a certain number of vessels that are too large to go through the canal. But with this, we will bring the canal to be able to handle 97%, 98% by dimensions of vessels of the world fleet. So it has been almost a 9-year project, and we're coming to the end this month. Well, the major routes that the canal serves are basically Asia to North America, but also southwest of Americas to east coast of the United States and the Gulf ports. So that's why the two major routes of the Panama Canal are related to North America. Number one customer of the canal, about 70% of what goes to the Panama Canal either comes or goes to the United States. So the United States is our number one customer, and China is our number two customer, and Chile is our number three customers. So it is important not only for the United States, but also for all of Latin America. We have maintained a very good safety record. We feel that the Panama Canal is a very safe route. We take full responsibility. Our pilots, when they go on board a vessel, they take full responsibility of the vessel. And if any damage is done, this is the only canal in the world where the pilot is fully in charge and fully responsible. So we take very good care to make sure that nothing happens. We have not only the pilots are part of the Panama Canal, they're not private company, but also the tugboat fleet is also part of the Panama Canal. So all of the services that are provided to the vessel are responsibility of the canal, and as such, if anything happens, we are responsible and we pay. So we of course strive on having a very, very safe operation. Well, the experience has been a long project. This is the first time that we undertake a project that goes, this long. A very complex project. The construction of the locks is a project that has taken basically 5 years to bring to fruition. Actually, almost 6 years to complete. Very complex. It involves, and it's very important, it involves water-saving basins, because our canal is a freshwater canal. So it uses rain that is accumulated in two major reservoirs. And so we have to save water. And what we have implemented here is the only lock in the world that's for ocean-going vessels that has water-saving basins. So we save 60% of the water of all vessels that are transiting. So this is an innovation. It's not really a new idea. but it's an innovation in the sense that for the first time is applied to a lock of this size. So when we're finished, it will be the largest locks complex in the world, and two of them, one on the Atlantic side and one on the Pacific. So for us, it's also an engineering feat that this has been accomplished. And in what we expect, of course, we expect now, because we're offering not only more capacity, because we have a third lock, but the third lock also offers a new product, a much larger vessel, so it brings in economies of scale, and these economies of scale also bring in economies in the way of less emissions, because our route is shorter, so we call our route to the east coast of the United States and the Gulf a green route, because we can save 15 days of sailing in different routes that compete with the Panama Canal. So it's a much greener route because of those 15 days of less emissions. The fact that now you can also have 2 to 3 times the same tonnage on board one vessel, it also contributes to consuming less fuels and emitting less contaminating emissions. So for us, it opens up new markets. We open up a new market, like for the LNG market coming out of the Gulf ports of the United States. We will see in a few months, I'd say like maybe 2 to 3 months, we will see the first LNG transits coming out of the Gulf port, starting maybe once a week, but between now and the year 2019, 2020, we should have almost 3 vessels per day of LNG going through the Panama Canal, going to Asia. So for us, is mainly the big size of a lock that now opens new markets for us, including the LNG, which was not there before. We have never passed 1 cubic meter of LNG before. We've managed other gases like LPG, but for the first time we'll be now in the market for LNG. I more or less covered that in the previous question. Our goal is, of course, to serve new markets. Our goal is to save on the consumption of water through these new locks that have added technology to it. We also expect not only the LNG market to be a boom for us, but we also expect now the shifting from a smaller vessel to a larger vessel of the container trade. Container trade today for us is 50%, basically very close to 50% of our revenues. So now going to the larger size vessels, we're able to handle 97% of today's container fleet. So, and even with the building of others that are now under construction, we will maintain somewhere between 95 to 97% of the world's fleet through 2019. So we're bringing in some very good opportunities for our customers to use the expanded canal for their benefit in regards to specifically the economies of scale and also the lower emissions by using Panama's route. A message to our customers that we're now coming to an end of a long-awaited expansion of the Panama Canal, and that we're delivering what we said we were going, what we had promised, and with the new lock, that 2 locks that will come in play in about 2 weeks, we were now offering new opportunities for our customers, and we expect them to move very quickly into using it. So we will maintain the same standards that the Panama Canal has always done. We're a fully transparent, public. All of our information is publicly accessed. We maintain transparency in all of our processes, so that when they use the reservation system, the priorities are given to those that use the most of the Panama Canal. We have introduced in our new toll structures incentives for the more you use the canal, the better pricing structure that you will get. And I hope that they will make use of that and build up a deeper relationship with the Panama Canal over the next years, because the new toll structures is for the first time entices our customers to come back and use the Panama Canal.